Welcome to Email Scams 101, brought to you by the Office of Cybercare at your organization. Let's take 5 minutes to talk about simple steps we can all take to detect and protect ourselves against email scams. Technology makes many things easy and convenient. Staying in touch, shopping from home, and staying informed, to name a few. But there are dangers and risks it's important to be aware of. And a really big one these days is email scams. So let's talk about how to detect them and not get bitten by them. Meet our guide, Jane. If you're like Jane, you've probably already received many scam emails. Cybersecurity researchers estimate that currently more than 3.4 billion scam emails are sent daily, and the number keeps growing. So chances are that scams like these have already landed in your inbox, or might land there tomorrow. Let's take a closer look. Have you opened your email inbox and seen a message that looked like this? This is a classic scam email. Its key feature, and what makes it a scam email, is that it's trying to get you, the receiver, to divulge private information about your full name, maybe your credit card, maybe your social security number, maybe your bank account information. It does this by telling you about a made-up problem, in this case, that your account was reported with fraudulent activity, and convincing you to solve this problem by clicking on a button or link in the email to provide your private information, which already gives us our first rule of thumb for protecting ourselves against email scams. Never click on links or buttons in emails. Let's take a closer look at our example. A scam email is usually from a company or other source you recognize. In this case, it's Wells Fargo Bank, but it could be a different bank, your cable company, Amazon, and so on. If the email is not from a company or bank you use, that's your first huge tip-off that this is a scam. In this case, Jane does not have a bank account at Wells Fargo, so she straight away knows it's a scam, and she can delete it. Before Jane presses the delete button, though, let's note that scam emails may look pretty convincing, with a company logo you recognize, a friendly greeting, and with language that sounds official and appropriate. Chances are the scam email will also try to make you have an emotional response. It will try to make you feel worried. Oh no, my online banking has been disabled. And as we know, when we feel worried or upset, we are less likely to think things through clearly and exercise necessary caution. Which again is why our first rule of thumb for protecting ourselves against scams is so important. Never click on links or buttons in emails. But maybe you're thinking, hold on, what if the email is from my bank or from Amazon, and I do need to take action to solve a real problem that has come up? The safe thing to do in that situation is again not to click on any links or buttons in the email, but instead to contact the source through a separate and safe channel of your choosing. For example, if you think there could be a real problem with a recent Amazon order, you could go to the Amazon website and log into your Amazon account. Or if you think there could be a problem with your credit card, you could call the phone number on the back of your card. You'll find it here. That way, you're sure you're communicating with the company and not a scammer. Let's take a look at another suspicious email. What are some things we can notice that will tip us off that we're looking at a scam, and we should simply delete it from our inbox? This is where we need to become email scam detectives. Let's start at the top of the email. It seems to be from Netflix, but let's look more closely. Here is the sender's name and also their email address. Email account owners can change their account name. In this case, the scammer changed their account name to Netflix Support. However, we also see the sender's actual email address, this part here. And this is a key tip-off that this is a scam. The two don't match. Companies have their employees use email addresses like customersupport@netflix.com. A real Netflix employee would never have an address like this one. So, always take a close look, not just at the sender's name, but their actual email address. Something else you may have noticed. Grammar, spelling, punctuation, and diction in scam emails often contain errors, such as here, where we might expect to read, "We recently failed to validate the payment information we have on record for your account, period." And farther down the page, such as here, where the word uninterrupted is misspelled. It's missing an N. The biggest tip-off, of course, is that a scam email tries to scare you, the customer, into doing something unsafe, divulging your personal information. A company like Netflix would not do that, especially in this new era of rampant scam emails. Now it's time for you to practice. Is this a scam email? What do you notice? Let's start at the top. If you'd like to take some time to inspect the email, go ahead and pause the video for a minute. That's right. The email address is suspicious. It doesn't look like an address an Amazon employee would use, which would end with @amazon.com, and it doesn't match with the name of the account. Let's scroll down a bit. What do you notice in this part of the email? Again, go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to take your time to inspect the email. That's right, we see several spelling, punctuation, and grammar errors. Here, for example, mismatch and billing are both misspelled. Farther down, words are in the wrong order. Our all measures instead of all our measures. The big tip-off is, of course, again, that this email is using scare tactics to get the recipient to do something unsafe, namely click on a button in the message and divulge private information. A company like Amazon would not do that. Jane, in fact, has an Amazon account, but after looking at these clues, she is ready to declare this email a scam and delete it. If she had any doubt in her mind, or if she simply wanted to check on the status of her most recent Amazon order, what could she do? That's right, she could go to the official Amazon website and log into her account there, or contact customer service through the website. It's time to sum up what we've learned, and the good news is that you don't need to be a superhero or have superpowers to do these basic things to protect yourself. First, never click on links or buttons in an email. Second, when you receive an email asking you to do something, inspect it carefully, looking for the scam clues we've discussed in this video. If it looks like a scam, delete it. You can also report it to the Federal Trade Commission by forwarding it to the FTC Anti-Phishing Working Group at reportphishing@apwg.org. Third, if you think it could be legitimate, or if you're not sure, contact the source through a separate and official channel, such as your bank's official website, or the phone number on the back of your credit card. Never click on the links or buttons in the email itself. That's it. We started this video with some images of sharks. We don't feel great about that because sharks don't deserve their bad rap. In fact, shark attacks are very, very rare. On average, there are just 16 shark attacks per year in the United States. By contrast, 3.4 billion scam emails are sent daily, and the annual number goes way beyond 1 trillion. So, whereas it does not make sense to worry about a shark attack, it is really, really important to be on high alert against scam emails and to follow the simple steps outlined in this video to protect yourself. One final note. If you think you have been duped into divulging sensitive information, don't wait and just hope for the best. Take action right away. Depending on the information you are duped into divulging, you should immediately change your account passwords and notify banks, credit cards, or other companies with whom an account of yours may have been compromised. They will help you take further steps. For more information about what to do when you believe you have been scammed, visit the Federal Trade Commission's website. You can do this. Stay alert, and remember the key takeaway: never click on links or buttons in emails. This video was brought to you by your organization's Office of Cybercare. If you have questions or suggestions, please contact us. We are here to help.